you're going to speak to him at 9 a.m. And so if you miss it, that rolls on. It's another 2 months we don't speak to him. So that was our one kind of solace, that we got to at least speak to him occasionally. Now, since the last interview we did, it seems they've become a little bit stricter, and we haven't spoken to him once since the last interview we did. It seems like that's kind of a technique that they're using to try and break him or cause him a little bit more distress.
And Solomon, what conditions do you believe your dad is now living in?
So he's in a very small cell. He has to be in there 22 hours a day at the moment. He's only allowed out of his cell for 2 hours a day at the moment. They've restricted access. Books were kind of his only solace. They've kind of restricted access to the books that he wants. He's had access to his lawyers and his personal physician and his family members restricted.
I'd like to add as well, the conditions in there are awful. As in, there have been 10 people who have died in that prison of hepatitis C, and that's because of unsanitary conditions. Equipment like razors and things that haven't been cleaned properly. So, it's very, very clear to see their awful conditions. He's washing himself in water that isn't just unfiltered, it's visibly murky. It's apparently discolored. So, the hygiene levels in there are pretty abhorrent.
Do you fear, Kasim, that he may die in there?
I mean, you try not to think about things like that, but yeah, I mean, I've had moments where I've thought, am I going to see him again? And it's been so long. This is the longest we've ever not seen him. Also, the longest I've ever not spoken to him. So now it's just getting so desperate that we're quite private people. We don't usually do things like this, but it's getting to a stage where we're desperate. We want to do whatever we can.
I last spoke to your father just soon after the assassination attempt on his life, and he said this: when you're a political leader and you're in the situation that you're in now, where there's a genuine threat against you of assassination, do you feel fear?
No, Piers, when I entered politics, I actually had conquered my fear of dying. Otherwise, I would not have entered politics, because I came in to stand up against the entire status quo. I came to fight corruption. Today, the entire political spectrum, 16 parties on one side and I'm on the other side. And because this was the status quo which